You see these different places and you ask yourself, what's going on here? What are we seeing? Is this what we're leaving behind? It's known as something it hasn't been for 5 decades. I went up the hill. I was looking for a story about hogs and hippies. And what I found was a burnt down building. Windows were gone, some rusty appliances, some evidence that people had lived there. There doesn't seem to be any life sprouting from this place. It just seems to be destruction. We leave behind such a mark that doesn't erase easily. It's desolate. It's a desolate place that overlooks the entire valley. But you can see it from everywhere. It's always in the background. Now, Sunland is a sleepy little worn down town that, it has its aspects of faith in it, has aspects of hopelessness. It reinvents things so that they have continued purpose.
And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way.
Everything has changed. I can't go walking the street talking to whoever lives there. I can't walk into a bar and ask whoever's sitting there, hey, do you know what's going on over here? That's out the door. But as they say, it is what it is. And we adjust. Research provides us with a few details about the area. The Tongva call this place Tuhunga, or Earth Mother. Francisco Lopez was given the land after accidentally becoming the first person to find gold in California. And here is where Cornelius B. Johnson killed the last grizzly bear to roam Southern California. But more recently, Claude Doty had a hog farm here. But in the late 1960s, he fell ill and needed some help running the place. Flower child guru Hugh Romney, aka Wavy Gravy, got wind of this and came to his aid with a flock of his counterculture youth. In return, they could reside freely and partake in what was simply considered illicit or illegal.
There was a lot of drugs at that time, a lot of acid, and weed was the least of their problems. They got lost up here is what happened. Somebody sent them up here for some reason. There was a lot of, I'm sure there was a lot of weed and there was a lot of bathtub prank.
And no sooner than Hugh and company were there, they packed their magic bus and hit the road. They even took the name, as they christened themselves, the Hog Farm Commune. But what happened to the farm after they left? Because nobody wants to talk about it. Maybe it was the rumors of the swingers parties in the Dome. Those who knew and took part didn't want to conjure it back to existence. I guess it's better to leave some things in the past. Years go by between significant events on the land, decades even, until 2017.
We heard of one home that was on fire. There's an LA City fire ship flying to the center of your screen. He may make a drop here. This is just off Gavina Road, which is north of the 210, south of Cagle Canyon.
I was on my way to work that morning for just a typical day of work, and I heard the radio traffic. Our resources were heavily already engaged in the fire and had already been dispatched. So the fire was raging out of control. Visibility was difficult. Ash and smoke was being blown everywhere. Not only did we have that fire raging, but we also had an incident within an incident where one of our dozers rolled off the hill and injured one of our dozer operators. So it was significant incident with potential for up to 2,500 homes to be destroyed. As you mentioned, the hog farm, which I am not familiar with, was in the footprint.
I went up the hill looking for a story, but what we found was a burnt relic of a building. There's really nothing left up there but an imprint of past times and past lives.
Anangere e qua won.